So Facebook seems like it just doesn't want to show me a video, so we will just go off of Instagram as of right now. Okay, so all you need, like I said, is your balls, and we'll get started. I'm going to listen to my music. I have my music on the table here, so I'm going to go back and forth a little bit with just making sure that I have my right playlists. So you're going to start with your feet in a parallel position. Give yourself a nice breath up, in, and exhale out. One more breath in, and exhale out. Good. We're going to start with some nice lunges back. Good. Nice and easy to warm the feet up. Alternating back and forth. Opposite leg, back, stepping back. Keeping those backs nice and straight. Good. Keep going with that. Good. Now I want you to keep that right leg back, and you're going to twist over your opposite leg. Small twist, keep those elbows up. Good. Waking everything up. Now take it to the second position. Ball's going to be here, and you're going to do a little bit of oblique twist and crunch. Lift those hands up to the diagonal. Good. Good. Opposite side. Lift to that diagonal all the way up. Bring that leg, knee to elbow. Awesome. Just a few more. Good. Now take that opposite lunge back and lunge back. Good. Remember, you can put a little bit of pressure on the ball, squeezing it. Good. Now step back with that opposite lunge, twisting over your opposite leg. Good. Squeezing that ball. Awesome. Good. Now give yourself a little inhale in. Exhale out. Walk those feet to a second position. Bring yourself up onto releve. Ball is up. Pulling it all the way down. And bend down and extend. Down, extend. Good. Getting nice and deep into that stretch. Pulling all the way down, straightening up those legs. Now you're going to take the ball over, gradually moving yourself up, all the way up. Good. Pulling it all the way up, holding it, squeezing those legs. Then we have all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up. As you're coming all the way up, you can pull up onto releve, so onto your toes, down and up. Good. Just a few more here. Good. Good. Now we're going to take it mid-range, pulsing it down. Good. Keep your balance. Pulsing it down. I'm on my toes. You can just be on the flat feet pulsing it down, or as a challenge, you can be up on the toes. Good. And come down. Give yourself a nice inhale in. And exhale out. So we're going to put the balls to the side for now. For this next track, we have our plank and push-up track. If you have your Swiffer, which I always have for our later tracks, or any sort of like a bar broom or anything like that, I'm going to put it towards like the top half of my mat here, if you can see it on the camera. This is literally just used for us to go over and through, so we're not really going to use it in any other purpose other than just kind of a marker on the mat. So if you want to put that down, you can. If not, you can use an imaginary bar. No worries. So I'm just going to get our music all set up for our plank and push-up track. Okay, so like always, edge of the mat, we're going to walk ourselves down into a nice straight arm plank here. sure our bar's not in the way. So we're just going to be holding here. We always start with a nice long hold, squeezing in the core. Now, the next move that we do, I'll show you what we're doing. We're taking our right leg all the way up towards that bar, and then our left leg all the way up, kind of in a long diagonal lunge. So that's what we're going to be doing. We have right, back, left, back, right, back, left, back. Good. Keep going with this. Trying to get those feet stepped forwards towards your bar, as close as your bar as you can get. Good. Good. Awesome. Now, just a little bit of a rest there. You had your hold, and then you had all of those extensions. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back out here, holding this, and then if you can, try to step and jump through. Just a little bit of a transition, a little bit of a jump to get your legs a little higher. Good. One more. Holding. I want you to walk your hands up, up, back, back. This is why you have your bar to walk in front of it and behind it. One more. Forwards, forwards, back, back. Pull back, give yourself a nice little rest there. Should be feeling nice and warm. Just gonna put my jacket to the side. So, you're gonna come out into forearm plank. Similar choreography. I'm gonna move this bar just a little bit. We're holding our forearm plank. Holding, holding, holding. Now we're gonna rock forward, rock back. Rock forwards and back. Good. Small rocking forwards and back. Good. Now hold. If you need to, you can come down onto the knees, or you can keep full expression. Holding, pulling that core in. Squeeze. Good. Pushing yourself back. Now we're going to use that bar again. We're going to come back into forearm plank, and we're going to tap towards the edges of the bar. So as you come back out, you're going to tap those arms to the edges of the bar. So right, in, left, in, right, in, left, in. Good, keep going. Tap all the way out, out, in, good. All the way out, in, all the way out, in. Just a few more. All the way. Try to get to the edge of that bar or your imaginary bar. Good. Good. Pushing yourself back. We're going to come back out into a straight iron plank, and we're going to do some corkscrews. So your legs are going to be switching spots. So a straight iron plank here, and your legs are going to be coming side, side. It's like you're crossing your feet behind you. Good. Keep nice and long in that plank. Good. Now open up to the right. Stagger those feet. Lifts. Good. Now opposite side. Stagger those feet. Just little lifts here. Good. Coming down for pulses here. Just a few pulses at the end. Get nice and low and push back. Awesome. So we are going to bring ourselves up to standing. We're going to grab our weights. Remember, Low weights, 3, 5 pound, whatever you may have around your house. You don't want anything too heavy because you know we're going to do a ton of repetition. So we have our bicep and tricep track. So you're going to be in second position, all the way out. We're going to start with just a little plie, and arms are coming up. Super simple start here. So we have up and down, up and down. Remember to squeeze the biceps as you come up. Nice second position plie. Now pulses here. Try to pull those arms just a little bit in front of the body. You have small pulses down. You can come up onto the toes if you want. Squeezing those biceps. Good. Tight core. Good. Now we're going to come side, side. Good. Little U lifts. Little side lunge here. Keeping those arms slightly in front of the body. Getting the outside part of the bicep. Good. Making sure you stay nice and straight in your back. Your core is engaged. Now let's take that right leg behind. We're going to pull those arms out to the right. So curtsy lunge, arms are coming straight to the right side there. Good, one more set of 8. Small motion to the side there. Good, now we're going to take those legs back to second position, back to that full expression. Good. Directly in front of you, up and down, squeezing through those biceps. Now we're going to pulse it out again, just for 16 counts here. Keep pulsing it. Good, now we're going to go back to those little U lifts, starting left, right. Good. All the way to the side there, just little U lifts around. Now we're going to take that opposite leg back for that curtsy lunge and opposite direction, pulling it away from the side body. Good. One more set of 8. Okay, now we're going to come to the side here. Roll those shoulders out. A little bit of a hinge here forwards. Arms are coming straight back, pulsing straight up. Tricep pulls up. Now, be careful with your neck. You don't want to be looking up and straining your neck. So everyone look down at your mat. Good. Full expression here. Trying to get those arms as high behind you as you can. You know we have some pulses coming. Pulse it out. Small movements there. Pulling it up just an inch. Careful of those necks. 2 more sets of pulses. Good. One more set. Now we're going to take those arms in that U shape. U's, just a few U's here, all the way up. Good, and relax those shoulders. Okay, so now we're going to put the weights down. You do want them close by though, so I'm going to get this bar out of the way. Have the weights close by. and you need your ball close by. We're going to start all the way down on our mat and try to get as many push-ups in as we can. This is our back and shoulder track, so really working the back, shoulders, starting with our push-ups, and then going through a whole nother set of fun things to do. Okay, so let's walk ourselves down. So you can start on the toes here, all the way down and up. Good. Come down on the knees to get some pulses in before we start with some other work. Good. Okay, so I'm actually going to turn myself the other way. We're going to start with our right arm. Ball is going to be behind our left knee. We're coming on all fours here. So the work is happening in your right arm, but you're on all fours. Leg is coming up as we bring our opposite arm up and down. So up and down, up and down. Good. All the way up and down. Good. Pulling that elbow behind you. Now we're going to pulse it up here. Pulling it up. Pulling that foot up towards the ceiling. Elbow straight back. Lots of pulses here. 2 more sets of 8. Good, squeezing. Good, now coming up, pulling just with one weight. Arms are coming straight back, pulling those elbows straight back, getting all the way into the back. 1 more set of 8. Good. Okay, now I'm going to turn myself around. Opposite arm is working. Put the ball behind the right leg. Your left arm is going to be doing the work with the weight here. So you have up and down. I grabbed my other weight just for my wrist. So if you do have an injury and your wrists don't like to be like this, you can grab a weight just so your wrist stays nice and straight. All this work though is coming in this left arm, and that opposite leg is coming up with you. Right toes are pulling up towards the ceiling. Good. Now we have our pulses. Elbow is straight back. Squeezing. Good. Keep going with your pulses. Squeezing up. Keep going. Pulling those toes up towards the ceiling. Good. Now coming back up. Continue going, pulling all the way back. Those elbows are pulling back. You only have that weight in that one hand though. Other hand is just helping you squeeze all the way into the back. Good. Now, you can keep that ball behind the leg. Arms are coming up and down, up and down. Good. Remember to keep your shoulders down. Nice tight core. Arms are only coming up as high as those shoulders. Good. Pulsing it up. Really feeling it in the arms here. Keeping that back nice and long and straight. Keep it up. 1 more set. Good, weights are down. And let's pulse it out just with some bottom half presses here. Ball is still behind the knee. Good. And sit back. Get that ball out of your way. Okay, so we've come to our core track, boat and core track. So you can get your weights out of the way, grab your balls, and we are going to start in our boat position. So we're just going to be holding in our boat here. So get yourself all situated on your mat, and we're holding. Now, if you find this challenging, you can always tap up and down, up and down. But for now, let's try to hold it as long as we can. Squeezing our core into the spine, holding. Now, we're gonna alternate side to side, side to side. Good. Try to keep those legs nice and still. And again, you can tap down and up or keep them down if you prefer. But we're going to try to keep them up as long as we can. Just a few more alternating. And again, if you don't have a ball, you can just be doing this with the hands. Now, just your right side. Squeezing all the way through. Good. 2 more sets. Keep going. 1 more set. Keep breathing, keeping those legs up. Now, opposite side. Again, the legs need a break. They can come down. Squeezing all the way to that left side. 1 more set of 8. Good. Now we're going to have a little active recovery. So you can put the balls down, push to your mat so you have enough room. We're going to roll like a ball. We're here. Roll down and hold yourself up. Try not to come all the way down on the feet as you come up. Just try to hover the feet. Good. Just a few more of these. Getting a little active recovery from all those oblique twists that we did at the beginning. Good, pulling yourself up. Okay, holding this, here we have out and in, out and in, good. Pulling those arms all the way away from your body. Out and in, out and in, good. Just a few more. Awesome. Good. Now, you're going to take those legs all the way long in front of your body, straight legs, grabbing the ball, putting it behind your back. The closer it is up to your shoulders, the harder work it's going to be. The closer to your butt it is, a little bit easier. So we're just going to put it right in the middle of our backs. So we're here, long prayer arms. You have up, side, up, and side. Try to pull yourself up off that ball and come to a little bit of an oblique twist. Good. Good. 2 more here. Now, just our right side. Up and out. Up and out. Good. Pulling yourself up off the ball into the side. Now, alternative, you can keep that leg down, just working that right side. Lifting that leg is just a little bit of the challenge there. Good. Opposite leg. Up and side. Up and side. Good. Pulling yourself up and off that ball. Squeezing that core in. Keep it going. Awesome. Now put those legs down. Pull up, alternating sides. Legs are down. Back to our original choreo here. Up and side, up and side. Good. Keep going. yourself long over that ball, all the way over for a nice stretch here. Good. So, since we've just finished our core track, we have made it to our mid-class stretch. So we're going to pull ourselves up. We're going to take those balls out of the way and flip ourselves over. So we're going to bring ourselves all the way forwards. Our arms are going to be behind the heads. So we're going to be here, and we're going to bring our hands behind the neck and just try to pull yourself up onto the head, pulling your arms forwards. The more you can pull those arms forwards, the more stretch you're going to get. Good, and you can pull those arms closer to your shoulders. Good. You can take that right arm forwards, pull that left arm through. Good, switch those arms, right arm through. Good, pull yourself up onto kneeling. You can be here or you can be sitting. Arms are coming, pulsing back. Good, bring that elbow in. Send it back. Bring those arms back again, pulsing them back. Opposite elbow across your body. Pull that back. Good, now you're going to push your hands forwards, coming up into downward dog. You can pedal out those feet. Let's stretch out those calves, hamstrings, because you know that our thigh track is coming next. Thigh track is always killer. Good, now walk those hands up and in towards the feet. Hang over those legs. Slowly roll yourself up. Give yourself a nice little shoulder roll there. So we are going to come for our thigh track. For this track, you obviously need your bar, back of a chair, broom. Like always, I have my Swiffer. So we are ready for our thigh track. Just get our music set. Okay. So, bars in front of us. Heels are in first position, so heels are together, toes are apart. Bars in front of us just if we need, so we have down and up. Plie down, releve up. Good. Nice and easy here. As you're coming down and up, you want to remind yourself that as we come down in a plie, our backs stay nice and straight. This is not like your regular squat that you would do in the gym. It comes straight from ballet. So you're tucking your bum in, not sticking it out. So you're here. And that work is coming into the thighs here. Backs are nice and straight. Good. Now we're just going to add those releves, so calf raises. Releve is just a nice fancy ballet term for it. Calf raises all the way up, getting those legs ready to work. Try to get up and through those releves, those calf raises, to really get on the highest point of your foot, of the ball of your foot. Good. Now we're going to take those opposite legs alternating up and down, up, and you can add a little bit of a plie down together, up. Good. As you lift your leg up, you want to think that your thigh and your quad muscle is what's pulling that leg directly up in front of you with a nice pointed foot. The legs are slightly turned out. Good. Good. Now let's take that right leg up, pulsing it. Squeezing, you're going to feel this all in your thigh. That thigh is what's really pulling that leg up and up. Good. Bars there just in case you need it. Good. You can turn out that leg even more to get a little bit of that inner thigh. Good. Now you just switch those legs up, pulsing those legs up, pointing those toes long in front of you. Ooh, keeping that balance. Squeeze that core if you feel like you're wobbling. Remember, your backs are straight, your core has to be engaged so that you keep that balance. Squeezing. Turn out that leg even more. Getting a little bit of that inner thigh as you turn out the leg. Good. Now, bring those feet back to first position. We're going to take our feet up on the toes. And we're slowly going to bring ourselves down, holding our heels together. Slowly pulse ourselves down. So as you can see, your down heels or toes are up here. You're on that releve, holding. Now we're going to come down an inch and up an inch. Down an inch and up an inch. Good. Down and up. Very small movement. I'll move the bar out of the way so you can see. My heels are still off the floor. Good. Keep it up. Good. Now we're going to pulse it down, down. Good. Really feeling it in the front of your thighs here. Pulsing it all the way down. Almost there. Remember, it's all about those small movements, high reps, all those little pulses. Good. So we're going to come back down into our flat feet. We're going to get rid of the bars here. We are going to come into back stepping lunges. So our lunges are going to be coming here and up. We're going to alternate our arms, opposite arm, opposite leg, coming down, step up, down, step up. Starting nice and easy here. Good. Now, as a little bit of a challenge, you can add a little bit of a jump to it to get a little bit of a cardio surge if you'd like. So let's try with a jump through, jump through. Bring those back knees down. Good. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Just a few more. Good. Take that leg back, pulsing. Squeezing your core. Another set of pulses. Keep that balance. Step your opposite leg back. Bring your arms out. Adding just a little bit of stretch there. Taking that knee down for those pulses. One more set. Good. And step that leg in and through. So we are going to get ready for our thigh stretch. runner's lunge here. I'll actually come to the side here. That'll be easier. Nice long lunge here, coming forwards. Bring that knee down and up, down and up. Good. Keep that leg down. Try to turn that front foot out just slightly. If you can, coming down onto the elbows, just getting a little bit deeper in that stretch there. Good. Push yourself back. Pull those toes towards you. Good. You can bring your hand up and around to that opposite leg. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Pulling back and through. Looking back. Good. Pushing up. And a little bit more of a narrow lunge here. Coming down and up. Down and up. Good. Good. You're going to step that foot in. Opposite foot back here. Give yourself a few knees down and up. Good. Keep that knee down. Turn that front foot out. Get yourself nice and long here. Pulling all the way through. This feels really good on the bent leg. Pulling yourself back. Heels up towards you, pulling up towards your face. Your toes pulling up towards your face. Good. Putting your foot down. Bring that opposite arm around to grab those toes and looking back. Good. Pulling that foot up just slightly. Coming a little bit more of a narrow runner's lunge. Down and up. Down and up. Good. Stepping that foot in. Slowly roll yourselves up. Just giving yourself a few side to side lunges here. Pulling yourselves down and through here. Pulling those toes up towards you. Opposite side. Up and through with those toes. Coming to the center. Hanging over those legs. Pulling those feet heel toe in. Rolling yourself up. We are ready for our hip and seat track. So for our hip and seat track, you will need your bars. Just your bars here. We have a lot of repetitions here. Let me just make sure my music is good. We have it on one side and then we go to our opposite side. Okay, so we're gonna start with that right leg. Right leg is working, bar is in our left arm. So, I'm gonna make sure I have enough room. I'm not gonna kick my chair here. We are starting, feet are in first position, and you're taking that leg back and side, back and side. So as you pull it back to 6 o'clock, it's flexed, then pointed, flexed and pointed. Good. So as you're pulling it back, flexed, pointed, flexed, pointed. Now just pulse back, straight back to 6 o'clock with a flexed foot. So a lot of pulses here. Really getting all the way into that glute right off the bat, which is great. And that flex foot just gives it a little bit different of an angle. Stay nice and tall. Remember, pulling straight back so that heel is pulling straight back to the 6 o'clock. Good. Now pulling up onto your diagonal with a pointed foot. Good. I always prefer a nice pointed foot. It's a really nice long line. And as a dancer, my feet just always naturally want to point. So anytime we do anything flexed, I have to really think about it to keep that foot flexed. So as we move to these diagonals, I love a nice, long, pointed foot. Good. Keep up with these pulses here. Coming to that diagonal. Good. Now, we are coming straight out to the side. So outer thigh here with a flexed foot. Pulling it up. Just a little bit of a different angle here. Good. Another set of 8. Good. Now we have crunch in and out. In and out. Good. Side body here. Crunching it in, just kind of like how we did at the beginning in our warm-up. Good. Now, we're going to come slightly to the diagonal, and we have here, pull out with a flexed foot. Pointed in, pull it flexed. Pointed in, pull it flexed. Pointed in, pull it flexed. 2 more. There you go. Now, we're going to take ourselves down to a seated position. So, we're going to come into pretzel. So your right leg is going to be behind. My right leg is here. Your bar can be here or off to the side, just as a little stability. If you don't have a bar, you can just put those hands down here. That leg in the back here is coming up and back. Up and back. Good. Trying to keep yourself as pulled up in your seated pretzel as you can. Up, pull back. Up, pull back. Good. Now we're just pulling back, back. Really, really feeling it in the glute. The glute should be really, really squeezing. Trying to keep yourself as pulled up as possible. Squeezing it back. 2 more sets of 8. Squeezing that leg back. 1 more set here. Awesome, almost there. Good. Now, you're gonna come down onto forearm here. This arm can just come on your wrist. Make sure I'm in the camera view. Taking that leg up to the diagonal. Good. Pulsing it back. Small movements here. Good. 1 more set of 8 here. Good. Now last move here. Coming into tabletop. Your arms are going to stay straight. Your right leg is bent. Up. Pulsing. Up. Now remember, your arms are straight. It's not a tricep dip. You're pulling up and through. Good. 1 more set of 8. Keep it up. Good, and coming down. Pulling back into a nice figure 4 stretch here. Pulling that leg away from your body. Because like always, we just worked only our right side. Our left side obviously was engaged. But now, to stretch the other side, we have to come back and work our opposite leg. Same choreo, same music. We know what's coming, so we'll pull ourselves up. This side always ends up being a little bit more difficult because we've just worked one side. So that standing leg is just going to be a little bit more tired now. So opposite side. Remember, if you just did your right, do your left, vice versa, making sure you just get an even workout. So feet in first position, bar off to the side. I'm now working my left side, coming back and side, flexing back, pointing side. So remember, starting easy, pulling back with that flexed foot, pointing to the side. Flex and point, flex and point. Good. Good. Now, just pulsing back with that flex. Good. Remembering that you have to engage that core, and also remembering you will start feeling this in your standing leg. Pretty immediately, because your standing leg is tired. So don't worry if you start to feel it. You're still working that working leg. You're pulsing that back, that flexed foot. Good. Now come to the diagonal with that pointed foot. Engaging the core, staying nice and tall in your upper body. Still squeezing that glute as you pulse that leg up. Good. Awesome. Now, you're going to take this working leg out to the side. I'm going to make sure that I can be seen in the camera here. Here we go. Up. Small pulses up with that flexed foot. Good. Really feeling it in your standing leg now. Now with those crunch, extend, crunch, extend, crunch, extend. Good. Getting a little bit of a side body here. Awesome. Now, point to your diagonal, same thing. Pull in with a pointed foot, out with a flexed on the diagonal. So pull in, flex out, pull in, flex out. Good. Good. Awesome. Okay, now we're gonna come back down to our seated pretzel. So again, if you don't have a bar that moves around like my Swiffer, you don't need it. You can put whatever you're using down. You want that left leg, the working leg that was just doing all the moving, to be behind for your seated pretzel. Arms can be off to the side, here in front of you, and one can be on the hip here. So that leg behind you is coming up and pull back, up, pull back. Good. A little outer thigh here, and glute. Good. Out, pull back, out, pull back. Good. Good. Now just those pulses back. Really squeezing that glute, pulling those toes right behind you. Good. Trying to keep that knee off the ground. Okay, good. Now, I'm gonna get my bar a little bit out of my way here. We're gonna come down onto this forearm. Opposite arm can be on the wrist. You're gonna take that working leg to the back diagonal, lifting it straight up in those pulses on a nice diagonal here. Good, just a little bit of a different angle, pulsing that leg up. Good, just a few more here. And then you know we're gonna go up onto all fours for our last little move there with straight arms. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna transition. Your working leg is gonna be the leg that stays on the floor. So whatever leg you were working, bend that leg, and your opposite leg is gonna come up. Your arms are staying straight. Good. Remember, not a tricep dip. You are working in those legs. One more set. Good. You can do it. Awesome. Lie back in that figure four stretch, pulling that knee away from your body. And opposite side. Good. Awesome. So we are going to get the bars out of our way because we do not need them for our last track. So we're going to stay down on the mats. You're going to grab your ball if you have one, or pillow, towel, whatever you're using. You're going to put it in between the legs. This is our bridge and core track to end everything. High in between the legs. We're going to lay long. Now, instead of being up on the toes like we normally are or on the flat feet, we're going to be on our heels. So make sure you're on your heels and pull those legs a little bit away from you. Arms are long in front of you. We have small pulses up and down, up and down. Now, by staying on the heels and pulling your toes towards you, you are going to probably pretty immediately feel this in your hamstrings. So the hamstrings, you're really going to feel it, versus normally in our bridge work, we feel a little bit more up into our glutes. So this is really going to be great to target those hamstrings. Now pulsing it up. Good. If you didn't feel it in the first couple of pulses there, these last pulses, you'll definitely start feeling it in those hamstrings there. Good. Another set of pulses. You're fairly low in your bridge to start. Good. We want to start simple and just continue to add on. Now, little hip lifts, hip swings here. So off to the diagonal, right and left, right and left. Heels are lifted. Good. Good. Now, we're going to scooch those heels up just a little bit. And you are going to hold up, all the way up. Heels are still lifted. Trying to get a little higher in that bridge there. Down and up, down and up. Lift, tuck, squeeze. All the way down now, all the way up. Full expression. Good. So we're just getting a little bit higher in the bridge now. Squeezing. You are still on those heels. Pulses up. Toes are pulling up towards you. Good. Staying nice and lifted. Hip swings. The difference is now you're just trying to stay up a little higher. Good. Good. Now bring those hips down. Legs are coming up. Arms are coming straight forward. Pull up and through. Good. Bring that belly button to spine. Crunches up and through. Keep going. Good. Now, just a little bit of a lift, up, tuck, squeeze here. Reverse crunches. All the way up. Keep going, one more set. Good. Get those arms out to the side. Legs are down. Pulling up. Down. Pulling up. Trying to keep them nice and straight. All the way back and through. One more set here. All the way down. And legs are down. Good. So we're going to get those balls out of the way and get ready for our final stretch. So you can stay nice and long on the mat. Bring those legs out. Bring your arms up and overhead. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale out. Bring those knees into the chest. Rocking side to side. Keeping that right leg in, sending that left leg out. Rolling out the ankle. Taking that leg down and up. Getting a little stretch there. Good, keeping that leg up for a nice stretch here. Walking the hands up as high as you can. Sending that leg across your body. Arm is coming to the opposite direction. Good, coming back to center. Taking that opposite leg. Rolling out that ankle. Taking that knee down and up. Good, reaching that arm up towards your leg and across your body. Good. Bringing yourself up into a nice, comfortable seated position. Giving yourself a nice deep breath in. Exhale out. Deep breath in. And exhale out. Thank you guys so much for joining me again today for Tuesday morning barre class. I hope you guys had a great morning. And I will see you guys all again next Wednesday. Remember to check out our live classes, our outdoor group fitness and our outdoor general fitness hours on our website. Thanks guys, have a great day.